Have a really good think, because somebody you know could earn you a lot of money for very little effort. Think, who do you know that wants to buy a property in Spain? A colleague, a mate, someone in your family, a friend of a friend? If you know someone, go to welcome-estates.com and click the Refer a Friend link. If they buy, you'll pocket a nice chunky thank you from one of Spain's leading estate agents. T's and C's apply. All details at welcome-estates.com.
Quick one from me. Hope you're all enjoying the sun and enjoying the long Easter weekend. So, breaking news. Conor Benn has been dropped from the Ring magazine rankings. That's not to be mistaken with the Weeby Crooks, the WBC World Boxing so-called council, who did reinstate Conor Benn into their rankings and proved a witness for the defence by effectively saying, Conor, maybe you've had an overconsumption of eggs when we looked at your dietary requirements. Even though Conor Benn disagrees with the WBC's reason for clearing him, I wonder if that means he's going to forfeit the ranking and say, no, I want to go my own way. Anyway, Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, can do whatever you want. But the Ring magazine, the Bible of Boxing, the much respected Bible of Boxing, have dropped you from the rankings. Anybody who's watching this now can see George in the background. That's the kind of dog I adopted a while ago, but he's having fun in the garden. Anyway, regardless, really good news, really positive news. Conor Benn will fight again. Conor Benn will fight without the clearance of the British Boxing Board of Control and the main regulatory bodies that are global. He'll find a backdoor way in to fight in Dubai. Somebody somewhere will license him. Matchroom will stage the fight, and somebody will fight Conor Benn. I always think the interesting thing as well with the opponents that Conor Benn is choosing is the middleweight, potentially the middleweight Chris Eubank Jr. That's one. He's talking about Manny Pacquiao, who 44 years of old, shot to pieces and inactive. And I think they were also talking about Kell Brook, who for all intents and purposes is a retired, troubled, but very well respected ex-world champion, who really is a light middleweight. I always think it's interesting that the people that Conor Benn is talking about fighting, even though he wants to be a world champion, and we all know that he's not a huge welterweight, so that is the division he's going to campaign in. It's funny how he's going for the big money fights and not the fights that are going to give him a mandatory ranking by the WBC, so he can then go and fight the big boys. So it's an interesting route Conor Benn's taking. I think we all know what he's doing, but as I've said and I predicted all of this so long ago, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but not all of the people all the time. Until Conor Benn comes up with the science that Eddie Hearn said was unbelievable. Wait until you see the science, it is unbelievable. Until he comes up with that, and we're all waiting, including Robert Smith and the British Boxing Board of Control and UCAD, we're all waiting for this science. We've been waiting for this science since December, when Eddie Hearn said he had seen it, and it will blow us into next week. Until he shows the science which proves he had nothing in his body, because if you remember, that's Conor Benn's defence. His defence is not that something inadvertently appeared in my body. He's saying it's contamination. There was nothing in my system. So until you show us the science that the VADA testing was flawed, there was contamination, and we're all waiting. We are all waiting. We've been waiting now, well, when was the first failed test? In July. Until you show us the science, we have you labelled as a drugs cheat. It's as simple as that. You can attack me, you can call me what you want. We have you labelled as a drugs cheat, and right to this point, you've done nothing to prove otherwise. So, absolute plaudits to the Ring magazine, and that story was broken by Michael Benson. But absolute plaudits, fantastic. I applaud you, and I applaud anybody who will not support Conor Benn and Matchroom until Conor Benn proves he was innocent, and then and only then will we give you the benefit of the doubt. But for whatever reason, you really don't want to prove your innocence, dear. Okay, so Let's just see what happens. Let's see what unfolds. Let's see what Eddie says. Let's see what all these people who are crying says. But Conor, you are not cleared. You haven't been cleared by nobody. And any fight is just a dirty business. And the final thing I'm going to say, I don't earn a living. This is a non-monetized YouTube channel, okay? Unlike Gareth A. Davis and everybody else, I don't earn a living from reporting on such. So when Gareth A. Davis was talking recently about the Conor Benn fight and he was asked a pointed question, even though you don't agree with this, even though you know he hasn't been cleared, will you cover the fight? Gareth A. Davis says, absolutely, because this is massive. Even though it's dirty, we will cover it. Well, guess what? I won't support it, I won't watch it, and I personally wouldn't make any money from that. I think it's a dirty business. So again, anybody who's saying you have a YouTube channel, you make money from a YouTube channel, check it out, check it all out. I don't make a penny. All right, but that's me. Have a great weekend, a great Easter weekend. Whether you are religious or not, we all respect all religions, and we hope that you have a blessed weekend and enjoy the sun, enjoy time with your families, and take care. And remember, it's only a bit of boxing.
Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.